Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. This show was recorded live on Saturday, August 3rd.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. Now, this segment is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Kansas City Chiropractic understands the high-pressure demands placed upon individuals in the workplace and the athletic demands people place on their bodies. They offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. You can call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine, and you're watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. Today, we are coming to you from a new location, Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. They're located about a quarter mile east of Quivira on 135th Street. You can catch all your favorite games on their 39 screens throughout the restaurant. You can find their daily specials on Facebook at Overtime Bar OP. Kids eat free every Sunday at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill, plus they have 50 beers on tap. They've got pool tables, pinball, and more. Come on out and check out this new restaurant, Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. For more information, you can call them at 913-814-0007. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in KC. And this month, with our current issue, KC Sports continues to celebrate our 16th year as the magazine for sports fans in KC. Now, in our current issue of KC Sports, we feature our KC Baseball Report presented by Budweiser. This month, we look at what George Brett's contribution to the team has done for the Royals bats and their former hitting coach, and discuss the Royals' chances to make the playoffs. And in our hockey report presented by the Kansas City Ice Center, we write about the success the KC Stars Youth Hockey Organization has had at the Ice Center. You can visit our website, kcsportspaper.com, to find a link to a list of locations where you can find KC Sports, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on the website as well. And now joining us for the very first time on our shows, and we've been doing the show for 6-7 years, is Jay Kennedy. He is the general manager and the golf pro for Eagles Landing Golf Course, which is located in Belton. Jay, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. It's light outside. Normally, I think you'd probably be at the course right now, but we appreciate you coming out and visiting with us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here. So it's not far from the house, so it's kind of on the way home. So it works out real well. Glad
Absolutely.
to be here.
So you're a resident of Olathe. You live really, as you said, nearby. You said about an 8-minute bicycle ride.
That's correct.
Over here. How long have you lived in Kansas City? Did you grow up here, or?
Grew up in Manhattan, went to college at Kansas State.
Well, you need to talk to our next guest, David Smale. He's a K-State guy, too.
But I have been in Kansas City since 1991. So lived on the Missouri side for a majority of it, and lived in Olathe for the rest of it.
So how long have you been with Eagles Landing?
15 years.
Wow.
15
That's
years.
a very long time.
Yeah.
Was that your first big-time job, or you're a young man?
Yeah,
so.
First big-time job.
Very
yes,
good.
Yes.
So, and you made it stick. And that's
so far, crossing my fingers. It's hard. It's hard work, but it's been good.
Well, Eagles Landing, tell us about the course, I guess. Just give us kind of a rundown of the course, and if somebody were to come out and play. And really, let's start with, it's not very far away from where we are right now. People might think Belton, oh my gosh, that's a far distance away. But from Metcalf and 135th Street, it's really not that far away.
It's about 12, 15 minutes, just depending on how the stoplights work for you. But it really is very easy to get to. It's about a 18-minute drive for me in the morning to go to work. Not a bad commute on 135th Street.
Right.
Very easy to get to. About 3 turns is all you really have to do. So for the folks that live in Johnson County, it's very easy to get to.
Absolutely. So tell us about the course. for that golfer that's looking for challenges, there are the challenges there that they're interested in.
It is. The golf course itself is a good test of golf. We do have 4 sets of tees, so for skill players of all levels and ages, we have anywhere from 6,900 yards plus to down to 4,900 yards for the beginning players. We've got a creek that meanders through the golf course. We're one of the few golf courses that still has bluegrass fairways, which is the more traditional grass for this area. A lot of the golf courses have converted over to zoysia, which we do use in areas of the golf course, but the fairways themselves are bluegrass. So the benefits of that is it's green a lot longer into the year. The winters, the carts are off of the cart paths versus some of the other golf courses where the golf carts are restricted to the cart paths because of the zoysia going dormant since it's a warm season grass. We've got 69 bunkers that come into play on the golf course.
Wow.
They really are there more for the look. They're not necessarily in play. They're just there to change what used to be a relatively flat piece of property, add some dimension to it, and give it some visual scale, so to speak.
Sure, yeah. And you haven't seen me play. They might be in play where how I would shoot. Probably.
I have more people proud of the fact that they don't hit into any of the bunkers and come in and tell me about it than they do about I hit every bunker on the golf course.
And it's a public course, so anybody can go out. Obviously, that's part of it. We're saying Johnson County, you can come out there and play.
Absolutely. We are a public golf course. We are owned by the city of Belton, so we're their municipal golf course, but we're open for all types of tournaments, banquets, leagues. We've got a clubhouse that we built back in 2006. We've got a driving range, a wonderful facility for anybody that's looking to host an event. We can host it all.
Sure. And you've got an event that's coming up in September. It's September 22nd.
September 22nd.
Fill us in on that event.
Well, it just so happens that we selected that date because there is no Chiefs football on that particular Sunday. So
not on TV, not on.
Well, they're off that.
That's a bye week?
Yeah. They actually play a Thursday night game, so they're off that particular Sunday. So we selected that purposefully to give all of you sports fans something to do on that particular day. So we have a 3-person scramble. It's open to anyone that wants to sign up, men, women. It's handicapped by your age, so the tee boxes that you will play from will be based on your age to give it a little wrinkle. We play in sixums, so the other team that you're playing with is keeping your score so that we have some honesty going on since they are actually competing against you. And we have 3 different flights. So we break the field into 3 equal flights as best as possible, depending on the number of teams. And we set the field as a maximum of 36 teams. So we've been full every year so far. We have a great time. We've given out last year we gave out over $9,000 worth of prizes in the event. So it was a tremendous event. Food, drink is all included. There's a gift bag included as well. It's just a fantastic event and a great way to kill a Sunday where there's no Chiefs football.
And the sign up for the teams, what's the cost for the teams, and then when do they need to sign up by?
It's $110 a player or $330 a team. Because we have been full, we do require a $100 deposit to reserve your spot. You can pay the rest of that when you come the day of the event, but we do require a deposit be submitted with your entry form so that we'll hold that space for you. And you can go online. You can call the golf course. We can do it over the phone. So you can sign up. Whatever's easiest for you, we'll figure out a way to get you signed up.
For sure. So by September 14th, you need to contact Eagles Landing. How can people contact Eagles Landing? What's the best way to sign up for this?
Really, the best way is to call the golf course. The phone number is 816-318-0004. That's really the easiest way to contact us, or through email, and you can find my email on our website, which is eagleslandinggolfcourse.com, and just click the email button next to my picture, and that email will come right next to me.
So you have to hurry up, though, and get signed up because it does sell out.
It does sell out quick, and we've been lucky. It's been a great format. And seem to be well received by the players, obviously being that it's been full the last 3 years that we've had the event. So it's
I'll bet
some
of those people that won the prize last year are the ones that are signing up first to come back.
Exactly. Last year I believe 74 made money.
Wow.
So it really, because of the way we break the flights up, you don't know where first place is going to be in that third flight. So it really gives everybody an opportunity to have a chance to compete and win something.
Sure. So what's the address of Eagles Landing? You're out in Belton, but what's the address?
We're out in Belton.
Look it up.
It's 4200 Bong Avenue, which is in Belton, Missouri. And the easiest way to get there is if you're coming from Johnson County, take 150 Highway East, and you're going to take it actually to Botts Road, which is a new overpass that's just been built right next to the new Honeywell plant. And you're going to take it to the right, and then really it's just a couple turns from there. If you're coming down 71 Highway or I-49, you're going to take the 155th Street exit and take a right, go to the stoplight, and take a left. It's pretty easy. We sit right next to Calvary Bible College.
And Richards-Gebauer Air Force Base was
what used to be the Air Force Base.
There, exactly. So you shared the area there.
That's right.
So,
correct.
So we've got about a minute or so left. You're a PGA professional. Do you get a chance to play golf very often?
Well, absolutely. We just had our Midwest Section Championship was held at Firekeeper Golf Course in Mayetta. The folks there at Prairie Band did a tremendous job. Unfortunately, it was Monday and Tuesday, and if you were in Mayetta, it rained the entire time on Monday. So a 36-hole first day went to 18 holes because of weather.
Sure.
But the golf course was great. Unfortunately, it was really wet, and we had to kind of shorten the event. But it was still a lot of fun to be down there. They did a great job.
I'll bet it was, but I know you worked plenty of hours at Eagles Landing Golf Course. So, when you go out there, you'll see Jay there doing just about everything. Jay's been a client for many, many years, and he's out doing everything at the course. And we really appreciate you coming in and talking with us today and having you on the show. Again, people can call 816-318-0004 for Eagles Landing. Website is eagleslandinggolfcourse.com. Call and talk to Jay Kennedy. Sign up for the 3-person City of Belton Championship. Jay, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching or listening to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We are coming to you from Overtime Sports Bar and Grill, located at 135th Street, just east of Quivira. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back. Go online and watch Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports Magazine television show. It's available on the Good Sports KC YouTube channel and features local interviews with local athletes and experts covering sports, health, and exercise topics of importance to KC fans. And be sure to pick up your copy of the new KC Sports and Fitness Magazine, featuring the Surplus Exchange Soccer Report, the Budweiser Royals Report, and the Kansas City Ice Center Hockey Report. KC Sports Magazine is always free, so pick one up today. These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And in July, get a free 30-minute massage with your initial visit. Just mention KC Sports when you make your appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
The Kansas City Ice Center's outdoor pavilion is now open. Sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes, spring leagues for ice and inline hockey, and upcoming hockey camps at the Kansas City Ice Center. Plus, come out to a public skating session or call them to schedule a party or group rental. The Kansas City Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information or to register for a class, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. CMS Nutritionals is a new supplement store on College and Quivira. Stop by and talk to the experts at CMS Nutritionals today to find the right quality supplements for your needs. And with your coupon in KC Sports, save 20% on Vitalite sports drink and Control Bar snacks. Plus, register now for upcoming seminars in August. To learn more about their products, visit cmsnutritionals.com, call 913-469-3665, or stop by CMS Nutritionals on College and Quivira. Mafia's Meal on the Go is a great lunchtime choice. Get a 10-inch one-topping pizza and a 20-ounce drink from Mafia Mike's at 87th and Lackman and Mafia Pizzeria Southside at 127th and Metcalf. Great pizza and a great offer you can't refuse.
Mark Twain, Walt Disney, even Abraham Lincoln, they all filed bankruptcy. Debts can overwhelm anyone. I'm Jeff Wagner of WM Law, Kansas City's premier bankruptcy law firm. If you can't pay your bills or your mortgage, we're here to help. You can schedule a free consultation right now. Call 1-855-DON'T-WORRY. Stop those bill collectors. With 4 Kansas City locations, we've helped over 11,000 families through tough financial times. 1-855-DON'T-WORRY.
Lights, camera, action! Would you like to have your business be the site where we shoot one of our good sports TV and radio shows? Well, you can. Your show will play 21 times on Sure West Channel 7. You'll get radio and TV commercials all month long, plus an ad for your business in KC Sports and Fitness Magazine, and a whole lot more. TV remote packages start at just $333 a month. For more information on this great TV, radio, and print opportunity for your business, call KC Sports at 913-764-2050. Welcome back to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we are coming to you from a new location, Overtime Sports Bar and Grill, located about a quarter of a mile east of Quivira on 135th Street. Catch all your favorite games on their 39 screens throughout the restaurant. You can find their daily specials on Facebook at Overtime Bar OP, and kids eat free every Sunday at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. Plus, they have 50 beers on tap. They've got pool tables in the back and pinball and more. You can come on out and check out this new restaurant, Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. And for more information, call 913-814-0007. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out our college football report presented by the Surplus Exchange. This month, we preview MU, KU, and K-State and what to expect this upcoming season. And we'll talk with David Smale, one of our writers, about that in our next segment. You can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Mafia Pizzeria Southside, Old Shawnee Pizza, Eagles Landing Golf Course, here at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill, and at the Kansas City Ice Center. And now you can also view Good Sports on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. And now joining us here at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill is Dr. Lynn McIntosh. She's a board-certified chiropractor licensed in Kansas and Missouri. And in addition to being licensed to provide general chiropractic care, Dr. McIntosh is a certified chiropractic sports physician, and she works with athletes from multiple disciplines on specific sports-related problems, and she's always educating herself. In fact, she came from a seminar earlier today. Welcome to the show, Dr. McIntosh.
Thank you so much, Steve.
What was your seminar today again? I couldn't remember what you said.
Whiplash and traumatology.
There we go.
Yeah.
Whiplash, I understand. Traumatology?
Well, it's brain injury. A lot of it relates to auto accidents, but it crosses over into, if you get tackled by a 400-pound lineman.
Same thing.
That is whiplash and traumatology.
That's
right there. But in a car you don't have pads and you're not expecting it, so you're a little worse off. But it depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
It depends. If you're looking this way and he's coming that way.
That's right.
That's and you don't have an airbag.
That's right. Well, and people go, they get rear-ended and they go, well, wasn't that bad? The airbag didn't go off. The sensors are in the front. They don't go off unless you get hit in the front. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a couple of months since we got together.
We've both been busy.
Yeah,
so
the last show we did was at your offices, which were expanded. You had an open house. It was a wonderful event.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming.
Oh,
we had a good time.
It was you had a tremendous turnout.
Yeah, we were really happy. We were just so happy that, of course, we've been so involved this year. Well, really since we started, but this year with the 10 charities, because of the 10-year anniversary, we really have gotten to just be out in the community a whole lot more and see all of the good work that the charities around town and the nonprofits around town are doing. And so for us, it was just really a pleasure to have so many people come and join us.
So let's explain this, the 10 Charities 10-year celebration.
Yeah.
Explain what your focus and your mission
Sure.
was when you thought this up.
Well, when I started, so I was in my first office for 5 years, and we doubled our size when we moved here. And then now we've been here for 5 years, and we doubled our size again. Mm-hmm. And so we're really excited to provide so many more things. You know, we have talked about decompression, which really works for a lot of disc injuries, for things that really not a whole lot else works for. Mm-hmm. This gives a lot of relief, especially, I mean, specifically if you have been, failed back surgery, if you have a disc problem, but it's not to the point where it should have a surgical intervention, where a lot of other things, you've tried the physical therapy, that didn't work. We tried some things with chiropractic and that worked, or it didn't have as good a results as we wanted. And that gives us a designated place for acupuncture, whereas before we kind of had dual purpose rooms and that kind of thing. And we still have a little bit of that, but not nearly as much. And then, of course, we have the Class 4 laser. And the Class 4 laser, we've talked about over and over, that it is just unbelievable how much difference we're seeing. And now we've actually, and so I've got two of those. So we've got one designated room, and then we've got a secondary room for that. And we've also added physical therapy, again, with all of the auto accidents and with our athletes. It's one thing to realign them, but if you are not someone who has strengthened, if you're not an athlete, if you're not someone who regularly works out, it's one thing I can help realign everything and take pressure off those nerves. But unless you strengthen that area, it is really just not going to stay.
Right.
And so it's that's kind of one of those myths where people go, once you go, you always have to. That's not true. But once we establish a new place for everything, we need to strengthen the ligaments, strengthen the muscles, make sure that everything stays where it originally was and where it needs to be. Now, we've just added kinesiotaping as well, because whereas the laser reduces the inflammation so quickly, the kinesiotape, it's a flexible tape. It's that cool stuff you see on all the athletes on the Olympics, where they've got the pink and the blue and everything. Beach volleyball, it's very prevalent. It's very prevalent. Do you see it all?
Very chic to have that.
Yes, well, maybe it's just the only sport where you can see it all. You can see what kind of job they did.
Eventually, somebody's logo will wind up on that.
Probably. But what that does, it's actually a lymphatic drainage. There's many things. You can, they'll talk about facilitation of muscles and inhibition of other muscle groups and things like that. But we've seen a huge amount of success just with the lymphatic drainage part, whereas that we drain it out with the laser, and then you leave that on. Mostly it'll stay on 3 days pretty easily, 5 days sometimes. And so it maintains that. It continues to drain that out. There's a wave pattern on the back of the tape. It is a flexible tape. So what is actually happening, and I'll be honest, when I thought there's no magic tape. So until I started working with some athletes.
Don't tell Scotch that.
Yes, well, I would. That's good. I watched, or I read the guy's book, and I thought, and what it explains is that with the flexibility, so not athletic tape, because that's what I was used to using, because we were doing a lot of stabilization, because when I was a sideline doc, we did stabilization. And so I don't want, you've sprained that in the past. I want to make sure that it's stable now, so we're basically casting it, just really making sure that everything's not moving. So this is a completely different theory of that, is that it's this flexible tape. We don't want to stop the movement of the joint. We don't want to do any of that. But by putting it on the surface, and then you pull it tight so that it has constant tension. So as you move, this moves this micro movement of this tape over the surface of your skin, separating the layers of the skin, allowing for micro-massage, basically.
Really?
So it's constantly micro-massaging that area while you move. Now, what told me was I had a patient who had a bruise, and I mean, this was like this big. And I thought, all right, we're going to find out.
Where?
On their back.
Okay.
They had just big, I don't know.
Because I was thinking it'd have to be the thigh or the arm.
The second one I did was that. But no, this one was right on one side of the back. and just this big bruise. So I just took the tape and put it right down the center.
Mm-hmm.
3 days later, they come in. We pull the tape off. It's not totally white, but it's pretty clear.
Really?
It's pretty clear. And still same amount of bruising. I mean, it lightened a very little bit over 3 days. But no.
Again, I can see this logo thing again. Yeah. Giant bruise, and all of a sudden there's a Nike swish on it.
So it totally cleared down the center.
Really?
And so you couldn't really deny that. And so then, then I did have a thigh bruise, and big enough, because the tape was about 2 inches wide, and so I wanted it to be significant enough of a bruise, to see. And the same thing, we put it right down there, and really it worked. I had a patient come in that was a parachutist and had been over the weekend to a deal to jump out with a lot of other people, and it had landed badly and stuff, and so had a pretty good scratch, and the bruise, how it was raised up. Mm-hmm. By the time we got done with the laser, that was all flat, and then we put tape on either side. 4 days later, it's gone.
Really? So the kinesio taping, it works for bruising. Does it work for any other things as well?
So whenever you, sometimes how you hit something and it doesn't bruise, but you can tell, or you worked out too hard and you can tell. Okay. That is, you've got a lot of buildup of fluid.
Okay.
People talk about lactic acid. That clears within, I forgot how many minutes, but not very long. Then, so when it's that 2 days later, 3 days later, it is an actual fiber tearing, but with that fiber tearing comes inflammation. So it's minor. It's not huge. Mm-hmm. It's not, dangerous. Like you didn't sprain your ankle. It didn't swell up like crazy, but it built up inflammation. Mm-hmm. And so it's interstitial. It's between the layers of skin, between the cells, all that kind of stuff. And so what this does is it's just doing that little micro massage and help clearing that out. So whenever, even just from a bad workout or you didn't sprain your ankle, you didn't sprain this, but boy, you did something, you tweaked it and it's just not right. Mm-hmm. And then in much bigger cases, of course, when you do have just a bad injury, we can continue to maintain reducing that amount of inflammation.
Is there a proactive use for this product, or is it mostly reactive to, I don't feel like I pulled something, but it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
then that's when you use it, and obviously the worst cases, worst.
Absolutely, I mean, because like you said, when we have an injury, certainly we want to do it, and we want to support it for someone who's not so injured that they can't function.
Right.
That's where you're talking about your Olympic athlete, or hey, it's the final game. This is the state championship.
Right.
This is the thing where we really need you, and you're not going to do permanent damage, but you're uncomfortable. I mean, this is not. You're not happy about it, and you want to play better. So it does reduce a lot of that inflammation, and there is some support. Depending on, you can put as many layers. I mean, we could do a total immobilization wrap. It wouldn't be the same as athletic tape, but there is different things we use it on. Even things like trigger points, where maybe somebody, you get a massage, that's great, but it doesn't stay. There's a lot of other things. Now, of course, we want to make sure that there's an alignment, not an alignment problem. We want the biomechanics to be good. Right. So why does this keep coming back? That's the thing. Right. But in the meantime, we want to work on it between visits. I'm not going to see you every day. I'm not going to see you over the weekend. I'm not, So we want something that continues that therapy while you're not there. And so it's very, if you get into it all the way, there's like I said, this muscle facilitation where we're looking at the muscle groups front to back, right? And so maybe your quads are overbuilt and you need to stimulate the hamstring. So we're going to kind of tape it to kind of fire up the hamstring a little more and kind of calm down the quad and vice versa. So you can do all kinds of stuff. But for now, it's really been great to continue on the inflammation reduction.
Sounds like you can tape yourself up and get a workout. From what you said there, it's like, well, can I have a little more here? I just can you tape me up and I'll just go about my day? No,
well, there's a little bit going on. There's a little bit.
I guess not, but so much of what you see in your practice is reactive stuff.
Absolutely.
There is a proactive side to your business as well.
Sure.
And the services that you provide.
Well, and that's what we're really talking about when we are looking at, we've always talked about improving performance. And so we want to improve performance, and a lot of that can be, you've got a lot of younger athletes with patellar problems. And again,
what's the patellar?
The kneecap. And I'm so sorry about
patella.
that. Yeah. Well, and the problem is like a tracking problem, or they have everything from jumper's knee to Osgood-Schlatters, which is a separation of the bone from the tendon pulls the bone off, and all that kind of stuff in development because they're running and doing all this. But it's so it can help calm a lot of these things down. Obviously, biomechanics is always the first thing we want to do.
Right.
But we have we kind of got off topic. Yes, we've added a lot of services. I'm sorry about that.
No.
We've added an awful lot of things that really are, and again, we do the nutritional testing, and that is very proactive. That is, you want to perform at your best, then there's a lot of things that we can easily tell when you're deficient. I mean, that's what a vitamin is. A vitamin is defined as there's a disease process that goes with it if you don't have enough. But why do I want to wait until you're that bad off, and you're starting to show symptoms? And then there's a lot of amino acids and different things, too, that don't have a true, this is the thing that we look at that goes, you're deficient in inositol or choline or something that you and I never really talk about on a daily basis. Yeah. So, but it really will make a difference if you are the athlete who wants to be at their best.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So you can find out more about Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic by calling.
Yes, 816-753-4600. It's kansascitychiropractic.com. You can find us on Facebook. We're on the west side of the plaza at 4510 Bellevue.
And you're open?
We're open 9 to 6, Monday through Thursday, and 9 to 1 on Fridays. Now, but also our involvement in the community, our 10 years, 10 charities. So we've been in practice for 10 years.
Right.
And this year we wanted to celebrate by every month from February through November sponsoring a local charity. And so that's what we've been doing. And it's just, like I said, just been so fantastic. We've always tried to give 10% back to the community, either through work hours or money.
Sure.
And this year we exceeded that.
Well, we've only got about a minute or so left. And you were recently at the Win for Casey Women's Triathlon.
Yes.
I saw some pictures on Facebook.
Oh, we have a team.
You have a team that you sponsor.
Yep, we sponsor a team.
Participate in the triathlon, and then you also sponsor a section there, I think.
Yes,
and
we have the Kids Zone.
Great booth there. Too,
we sponsor the Kids Zone. We sponsor our team, and then we have a cheer team. So, we had a great time. In fact, several of our athletes, we do this for fitness and for health and to be involved.
Right.
But we did have several in the top 100. So we were kind of excited. And out of 1,200, that was pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
But we were just thrilled that every single person was involved, and so it was a lot of fun. Even if they came out and just cheered, and it doesn't matter if they were with us or not, we were happy to see them.
Yeah, just completing is what it's about.
That's right.
For the most part. Dr. McIntosh, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine Show. We're coming to you from Overtime Sports Bar and Grill, which is located on 135th Street, just east of Quivira. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back. Beat the summer heat at the Kansas City Ice Center. Sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes, leagues for ice and inline hockey, and upcoming hockey camps at the Kansas City Ice Center. Plus, come out to a public skating session or call them to schedule a party or group rental. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information or to register for a camp or class, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. Sign up now for fun at Volleyball Beach. It's the perfect way to stay in shape and enjoy the outdoors. For over 24 years, Volleyball Beach has been KC's #1 sand volleyball spot. With 13 courts, Volleyball Beach has leagues every Sunday through Friday evening. And sign up now for fall leagues starting August 18th. For more information, visit Volleyball Beach at Holmes and Blue Ridge Boulevard. Call 816-942-2820 or visit volleyballbeach.com. Mafia's Meal on the Go is a great lunchtime choice. Get a 10-inch one-topping pizza and a 20-ounce drink from Mafia Mike's at 87th and Lackman and Mafia Pizzeria Southside at 127th and Metcalf. Great pizza and a great offer you can't refuse. Experience a touch of the Ozarks when you tee off at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. Visit winterstonegolf.com for daily specials and call 816-257-5755 for lessons or information on tournament hosting. CMS Nutritionals is a new supplement store on College and Quivira. Stop by and talk to the experts at CMS Nutritionals today to find the right quality supplements for your needs. And with your coupon in KC Sports, save 20% on Vitalite sports drink and Control Bar snacks. Plus, register now for upcoming seminars in August. To learn more about their products, visit cmsnutritionals.com, call 913-469-3665, or stop by CMS Nutritionals on College and Quivira.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
Mark Twain, Walt Disney, even Abraham Lincoln, they all filed bankruptcy. Debts can overwhelm anyone. I'm Jeff Wagner of WM Law, Kansas City's premier bankruptcy law firm. If you can't pay your bills or your mortgage, we're here to help. You can schedule a free consultation right now. Call 1-855-DON'T-WORRY. Stop those bill collectors. With 4 Kansas City locations, we've helped over 11,000 families through tough financial times. 1-855-DON'T-WORRY.
Catch your favorite games at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. With 39 screens, Overtime Sports Bar and Grill has your sports viewing covered, including UFC and MMA fights. And kids eat free every Sunday. Plus, they have 50 beers on tap and pool tables, pinball, and other games. Overtime Sports Bar and Grill is located a quarter mile east of Quivira on 135th Street. Find their daily specials on Facebook at Overtime Bar OP or call 913-814-0007. Join KC Sports and Fitness at the Agape Hoops Youth Sports and Family Fitness Fair. It's coming to the Fieldhouse of KC in Overland Park on September 28th and to the Sports Lodge in Independence on October 12th. See you there. Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're coming to you from a new location, Overtime Sports Bar and Grill, located about a quarter mile east of Quivira on 135th Street. Catch all your favorite games on their 39 screens throughout the restaurant. You can find their daily specials on Facebook at Overtime Bar OP, and kids eat free every Sunday at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. Plus they have 50 beers on tap. They've got pool tables, pinball, and more. Come on out and check out this new restaurant, Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. For more information, call 913-814-0007, and it is getting busy here tonight. This segment of Good Sports is brought to you by the Surplus Exchange, where you can take a tax donation credit, plus help KC students when you recycle your electronics and office furniture at the Surplus Exchange. For more information, visit surplusexchange.org or call 816-472-0444. And I also want to mention some of the experts who each will be a part of our show during the month, and each has contributed an article to the current issue of KC Sports. They are Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic, who just joined us, Dr. Carol Ann Reeser and Stephanie Reese from CMS Nutritionals, and sports enthusiast and bankruptcy attorney Jeff Wagner from WM Law. And in upcoming weeks on Good Sports, on the 24th of August, we'll be at Mafia Pizzeria Southside, located at 127th and Metcalf. And in early September, we'll be back here at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill, and we'll also be at the Kansas City Ice Center, so stay tuned for more details. And now joining us is David Smale, who has never been afraid to voice his opinion, at least on sports, and we'll have to talk to his wife afterwards and see what she thinks about that. He's been writing for Kansas City Sports and Fitness for at least 7 years, the time that I've owned the publication, and he covers K-State for us, and he's written 13 books on sports, 4 of them on K-State. Is that right?
That's correct.
4 of them on K-State. Now, my favorite book was his book on the Florida Panthers' incredible run for the Stanley Cup in 1996. And David joins us right now. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
You bet. Now, people can read your article in our August issue of KC Sports by picking it up at about 700 locations across the city, or they can check it out online at kcsportspaper.com. And this month, you did a little bit more of expanded coverage, not just K-State, but you also talked about KU and MU football. You kind of gave us an overview of what to expect from these teams. Now, K-State is defending their Big 12 championship. Mizzou finished 5-7, almost 500 last season, and KU, KU is like,
they're a pile of.
That's one you want to erase from the record books. Let's talk about what we can expect for the upcoming season. Let's start with the school that you went to, K-State.
Well, I think it's good. It's going to be a fun season for K-State because of the guy in charge, Bill Snyder. He's
a miracle worker. He's just amazing.
Yeah, they were picked 6th in the preseason poll out of 10. That's lower division. I don't know why people keep picking him so low. Yeah, they've got a lot to replace, but he keeps figuring out ways to get it done, and I think this year will be the same. I wouldn't have picked him number 1. Actually, I think most K-State fans, and especially Coach Snyder, are very happy to be picked 6th because nobody's thinking they're going to do anything. But it'll be a good year for them. They have to replace a lot, but they've got a lot of parts to use to replace those people.
Now, the biggest replacement that they have to come up with is Colin Klein. He's gone.
Colin Klein was a tremendous leader, but Colin Klein, and I hesitate to say this, was not a great football player.
Really?
He couldn't throw very well. He got by on guile and intelligence. He was a tremendously strong runner. He was a smart player. He played receiver for 2 years, so he knew the routes the receivers were running. But he just out-toughed everybody, and that will be a hard thing to replace. But they've got 2 options. They've got Daniel Sams, who came in when the game was a blowout, or the one time when Colin got hurt last year. Total change of pace. Not much of a passer. He's got a little bit of an arm, but tremendously quick. It may be a bit of an exaggeration to say every time he touched the ball, he went to the house. But it wasn't too much of an exaggeration. He has amazing quickness and elusiveness. And so he's got a shot. I've heard some people say they think he's going to be the starter. I think it's more likely to be Jake Waters, the National JUCO Player of the Year, quarterback out of Western Iowa Community College. Bill Snyder finds the most unusual places to get these players. Not a big guy. He's listed at 6'1". If he's got high heels on.
Really?
He's probably 5'11", 6 feet. Pretty athletic, good thrower. Stat, and I don't have the stats in front of me, but he threw for like 39 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in leading his team, to the National Junior College National Championship last year. So he's a leader. He's not the same. He doesn't have the commanding presence in the huddle that 6'5", 6'6" Colin Klein did. But I think whoever they choose, they'll be in good hands. I know the expression, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you actually have none. I think Bill Snyder has his choice of which style he wants to use, and he has a player that can fill that.
Well, he's a wizard that will shape whatever it is that they do around that particular individual and work on their strengths. And, that's just what you can see from him, with the success that he's obviously had.
Yeah.
Let's jump over to Mizzou. I guess prediction for K-State, they're going to do as well as last year?
Well, that would be hard to do. I mean, they won the conference championship, so it would be hard to repeat, breaking in so many new players. I think the number is 9 defensive starters they have to replace. But they've got some players that played key minutes last year. I would definitely say 6 is too low.
Right.
Oklahoma keeps reloading. Everybody keeps saying that Texas is solid. I'm not a huge believer in Mac Brown. Really nice guy. I'm not a big believer in his coaching. I would say Oklahoma State would be my pick to win it.
Yeah.
They've got so much depth at quarterback, experience depth. I think they have the best chance to win. And I would say K-State 3rd or 4th. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be shocked at all if they're competing for the championship the last weekend.
For sure. Let's go down the road on I-70 to Columbia and discuss the Tigers. They've kind of been in a downward spiral the last couple of seasons. Of course, I think that was kind of expected that their introduction into the SEC was going to be a little bit of a rough road. But what can we expect this year?
Well, I think it's going to be a better year than last year, which, to be quite honest with you, is not saying a lot. Last year they were
5-7.
2-6 in the conference. Mm-hmm. And that's not good enough. And I have a feeling that if they have another year like that, Gary Pinkel's seat's going to get a little warm. Mm-hmm. I do think they'll be better. They kind of got used to things in the SEC. Interestingly, Texas A&M started in the SEC last year, and look what happened to them. They got the Heisman Trophy winner. They knocked off Alabama. They did really, really well. I'm not sure why Missouri struggled so much, but I think they will be better this year. I think they'll probably be bowl eligible. A lot depends on, James Franklin is the starter, first of all, and if so, if he can stay healthy and if he can reestablish his leadership. I think there were a lot of players that questioned whether he was the man last year, and I think that's big. If Pinkel names him as the starter, he's got to re-earn the trust of his teammates. Is
Pinkel going to have a quick hook with Franklin if he doesn't perform in the first couple of games, or if he's kind of iffy?
I don't think Gary Pinkel's known for having a quick hook. I think he's a pretty loyal coach. Yeah. But I think he's got to be ready to do that. Bergstresser didn't impress me a whole lot, last year. But the redshirt freshman Matty Mock was a really highly recruited player, and I think he has a chance. Now he's same as Jake Waters. He's not a big guy. Bergstresser's 6'5" or whatever. Right. Franklin's 6'2", 6'3". Matty Mock is not a big guy, but he's put up the numbers at a lower level in high school. Right. I think the fans want to see what he can do if Franklin struggles. I think Franklin will be the starter. Sure. Because he's senior. I may be stepping out. I think he's a senior.
Yeah, and so we're looking at them possibly being bowl eligible if
I think so.
If all things roll just well. Now let's roll over to KU. I think and Scott, our producer here, is smiling at this point. We have a feeling that many of the KU fans are going to be saying, "When's basketball season start?"
They're already saying that. They're already saying
Scott,
that.
Scott, are you saying that? He's got thumbs up for us. Of course, he's going to be managing. He's going to be a student manager for the basketball team, the men's basketball team. Yep. So he's excited.
He's
about
got a reason to hope for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they will. I think KU will be better than they were last year. Mm-hmm. Nothing that went right. Nothing that could have gone right went right last year. If you look at
weren't they close a few times? I mean, there was some possibilities. Yeah,
they beat what used to be called a 1AA opponent.
Okay. Yeah, that's
and
good.
It's interesting, if you look at their website, they show their 2012 record as 2-11 because they won their spring game.
I got you.
But who'd they beat? But no, it was a sad season in Lawrence, and they have to be better. Jake Heaps, I think, is a decent quarterback. I think he's not overhyped like Dane Christ was. Right. I think they've got some more depth. They obviously recruited the junior college ranks very strongly. Right. It's kind of a, pushing all your chips in. Mm-hmm. And Charlie Weiss knows they have to be better this year. I don't think they'll be bowl eligible. I would be surprised if they finished anywhere but 10th. But they will be better. They'll be in some games they weren't in last year.
And we've only got about a minute, which, Charlie Weiss's recruiting pitch, which you put in your current article, is a great line. People have to read that. But it just made me laugh. It provides hope for somebody that he's recruiting, but what does it do to the guys that are in the lineup right now? How does it make them feel? He basically said, there's a lot of junk out there. Yeah. And sure, you can make this team. We got a minute. So.
Yeah, and if I'm thinking, I've got kids older than college age now, but if my son was a college athlete and played on that team last year, I'm not sure I would really appreciate him calling my son part. That term that he used. But Charlie Weiss, what you see is what you get. I do like the fact that he's in Lawrence, partly because he's very beatable, but partly because he will tell you, as a member of the media, he will tell you what everybody knows, but what you want to hear. It's not like, oh, we were this close and we could have done this. And, if they were really bad, he'll tell you we were really bad. And so he's kind of fun to cover.
That's cool. Well, David will be covering K-State for us starting in our next month's issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and be covering football and basketball as it goes along. David, thank you for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it.
I enjoyed it.
And now joining us on Good Sports is Irina Stolyar. She is the general manager here at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. First off, welcome to the show, Irina. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for hosting us today. We appreciate that. You've been open about a month. How are things going? You're very busy tonight.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. We're really excited to be here in this new location for us, and tonight's been a really great night.
What do you have going on tonight? You've got a fight, pay-per-view fight that you're showing?
Yeah, we have the UFC fight. The preliminaries just ended now, and we're on to the main game.
And that's a fairly regular thing that you offer here at the
we host
Barn Grill?
every single pay-per-view fight.
So let's talk about some of the amenities that are here. I'll start off with, and I've said this several times in the show, 39 screens. That's a lot of TV.
Yeah, the biggest one is the 150-inch projector.
Oh, my God.
Then there are 206-inch projectors, and there are even TVs in the bathrooms.
Yeah, I know. I noticed there were at least two in the men's room. Well, you have to have your television while you're doing that.
Yeah.
So you do the MMA and the UFC fights, like what's going on tonight.
Right. We also have
your bar is interesting, too. The bar.
And we have the football package, too.
Oh, do you? So you're going to do the NFL
Sunday
package.
ticket.
Nice.
Right.
Nice. So that's coming up pretty soon, really.
Yes.
By the
Very
time this show airs, the Chiefs will have started their preseason. So now you've got the bar. We've had the bar in our background here during many of the shots here. 50 beers, 50 different beers. Where do you house all the kegs and everything?
You know what? We built a custom walk-in. It's 30 feet long.
Really?
And that'll hold them. Yeah,
I'm
actually
you've just
looking
got
to
everything
put some more
wired.
taps in.
Wow. So you're planning on doing more?
I'm hoping for more. Yes.
Oh, wow. And you've got daily specials.
Yeah. You know what? The two most popular ones have been Tuesdays. We have half-price burgers, which includes a side. We make our own burgers. They're really good.
Really?
The pretzel bun has been really popular.
That's really pretzel is now very popular.
Yeah, we have a few types of pretzel things. We have pretzel rolls with Guinness beer cheese, and then the pretzel rolls. And then Sunday is kids eat free.
Yeah, that's great. I'll bet you have lots of moms and dads.
We have a
especially
lot
the
of
dads probably love it
Yeah.
because they can watch the game. The boys are going to enjoy it as well.
Well, we're wide open here, so basically they can watch their kids as they go and play pinball or air hockey or whatever. So
one of the things that I noticed in looking at your menu is it's very family friendly. You know, coming from I've got 3 kids, and everybody has their own opinion on what it is that they want. Your menu offers a whole lot of choice, and that's a huge plus. And then it's very reasonable as well. It's very family friendly in the pocketbook as well, and those are certainly pluses. You've got a meat lovers menu as well, and that I found that interesting.
Yeah. We have a Casey strip on there. We have a steak salad, Philly cheesesteak, Reuben, just everything meaty and hearty that,
that Kansas City absolutely loves. Yeah. And speaking of sports fans, we're coming up to the fantasy football draft parties.
Yes.
That's one of the things that you guys are going to excel at, because at the tables, you've got the plug-ins at every table for computers.
Yeah, every booth has an outlet, and also there are outlets at the bar, which is something new. Not only for laptops, but like when I go to a bar, my phone's always dying. So
yeah, so you can spend exactly, your phone or bring in the laptop, and all that stuff.
Exactly.
And you're open for lots of hours. Now you have happy hour weekdays.
Yes, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6. We have 2-for-1 shots, $5 Long Islands. Most of our appetizers are half price as well.
So you've done this restaurant thing in the past, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Well, my family owns another bar.
Oh, do they? Oh,
yes.
Okay. Where's that?
It's on 75th and Metcalf.
Okay.
It's the Roxy.
And you grew up here as well. So, yeah, you're very familiar with, obviously what people want as well. So, well, that's very cool.
I like to pretend I am.
You're going to become a big-time sports fan as you go on. Well, Irina, again, thank you for joining us briefly on the show. I know you have work to do this evening, and you're going to be up very late. They're open until about 2 o'clock here. That'll do it for our show today. My thanks to our host, the Overtime Sports Bar and Grill, and Irina Stolyar. Thanks to our guest, Jay Kennedy from Eagles Landing Golf Course in Belton, Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic, and KC sports writer David Smale. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. And check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. You'll find it all over KC, and it's free, so pick one up today. These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And in July, get a free 30-minute massage with your initial visit. Just mention KC Sports when you make your appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Tired of online dating? Try Heart to Heart Introductions. They've been bringing couples together since 1994. Meet real, verified local singles. For a free initial consultation, call 913-491-9110 or visit hearttoheart.com. Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Let Sport Court come and install a basketball game court at your home. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. So sink that basket at the buzzer and have your own Final Four at home in your backyard or driveway Sport Court. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. Every Monday and Friday after 3, take advantage of the golf specials at the Heart of America Golf Academy. 2 green fees with card are just $35 on the river course and $22 on the rock course. Call the Heart of America Golf Academy at 816-513-8940 or visit hoagolfacademy.com. Mention KC Sports when you buy a large specialty pizza and get a small one topping free at any of the 3 Old Shawnee Pizza locations: Shawnee, KCK, and Lenexa. Visit ShawneePizza.com for menu and details. Who will be crowned as the best scramble team in the area? Sign up now for the 3-person City Championship of Belton, Sunday, September 22nd at Eagles Landing Golf Course. For more details, visit eagleslandinggolfcourse.com or call 816-318-0004.
Whether you are playing a sport, running a business, or learning how to use an iPad, your ability to make split-second decisions is essential for your success. Hey sports fans, this is Greg Pryor. I was an infielder in Major League Baseball for over 9 seasons and was a member of the '85 World Champion Royals. My decisions in the field and at the plate could have been the difference between winning and losing. Since 1994, I have owned a local health supplement company called Life Priority. Life Priority offers many nutritional formulas that give your body the nutrients that can help your brain keep pace in today's fast lifestyle. To see all 17 Life Priority products, please visit my website at lifepriority.com or call me at 913-438-5433. Use Life Priority products and improve your chances of winning. For free shipping, use promo code LIFEP at lifepriority.com or call me today at 913-438-5433.
The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. Get 10% off UPS shipping at the 2 South KC UPS stores with your coupon in KC Sports and Fitness. Bring your next shipment to 103rd between Warnell and State Line or 121st and State Line in Leawood and save 10% on UPS shipping with your coupon in KC Sports. Lights, camera, action! Would you like to have your business be the site where we shoot one of our Good Sports TV and radio shows? Well, you can. Your show will play 21 times on Sure West Channel 7. You'll get radio and TV commercials all month long, plus an ad for your business in KC Sports and Fitness magazine, and a whole lot more. TV remote packages start at just $333 a month. For more information on this great TV, radio, and print opportunity for your business, call KC Sports at 913-764-2050. Catch your favorite games at Overtime Sports Bar and Grill. With 39 screens, Overtime Sports Bar and Grill has your sports viewing covered, including UFC and MMA fights. And kids eat free every Sunday. Plus, they have 50 beers on tap and pool tables, pinball, and other games. Overtime Sports Bar and Grill is located a quarter-mile east of Quivira on 135th Street. Find their daily specials on Facebook at Overtime Bar OP or call 913-814-0007. Eagles Landing Golf Course is the place to play golf in the Southland and is by far the best golf value around. Visit eagleslandinggolfcourse.com, and for tee times, call 816-318-0004 and make the drive to see why Eagles Landing is the best golf value in KC.